welcome to my channel. Welcome to another tarot reading from me. So today's topic is going to be predictions for September 2024. As usual, I want to mention that I have chosen the crystals intuitively. I meditated upon the question. I asked Spirit which crystals I should choose for this particular topic, and these are the ones that stood out. I have more than 24 crystals, so this is specific, the fact that they came out in this order. And yeah, these are your options for those of you who would like to choose with just crystals. Pile number 1, you have the blue calcite crystal. Pile number 2, you have this fluorite crystal. Trying to get it to focus. Pile number 3, you have this aquamarine crystal. All right, so these are your options. You can pause the video if you need more time to decide. My recommendation, as usual, is that you take some moments to meditate upon the question, take some deep breaths, exhale longer than you inhale. That will help center you and calm you down. Maybe address the question to a higher power like God or whatever deity you follow. And then open your eyes and choose the first pile that stands out to you intuitively without overthinking it. And if you feel drawn to more than one, you are free to watch several or even all of them and just take whichever messages resonate. I will see you at your reading. So this is for those of you who would like to choose with a card as well as a crystal. This is going to be the selection phase for the card. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. What will the month of September 2024 bring for them? Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. What will the month of September, okay, popped out. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3. What will the month of September 2024 bring for pile number 3? Okay, pile number 1, you have this card with the Company of Trees, number 31. Pile number 2, you have this card with Transcendent Amidst the Everyday, number 45. And pile number 3, you have this card with Ancestors and Apples, number 25. Okay, so these are your options. Let me try to zoom in. Okay, so once again, this is for those of you who would like to choose with a card as well as a crystal. Pile number 1, you have this card over here and or this blue calcite crystal. Pile number 2, you have this card over here and or this fluorite crystal. All right, pile number 3, you have this card over here and or this aquamarine crystal. All right, you can pause the video and take more time to meditate upon the question to choose the correct pile. As usual, my recommendation is that you take some moments to meditate upon the question with your eyes closed, take some deep breaths, allow your mind to go blank. Exhale longer than you inhale. That will help calm you down. And then open your eyes and choose the first pile that stands out to you intuitively without overthinking it. And as usual, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, you are free to watch several or even all of them and just take whichever messages resonate. Before I sign off, I will remind you to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. It is the easiest way to support me and it is free. And also consider clicking on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will upload a new tarot reading. Thank you, and I will see you at your reading. So welcome pile number 1. This is your reading if you have chosen this card with the Company of Trees, number 31, and or the blue calcite crystal. This is going to be the card selection phase. I'm going to add timestamps so you can skip directly to the reading if you don't want to sit through it. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1, the blue calcite. What will the month of September bring for them? Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Page of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Lovers, we have the Judgment, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. What is the, whoops, well, these do not have to be here. Tell me about pile number 1. What does the month of September have in store for them? The month of September 2024. Tell me, Spirit. We have the Six of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. You have a lot of pages. 3 pages. Okay. Let's get some more cards. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. What does the month of September 2024 have in store for them? Phoenix Rising. Wow. Okay. Tell me for pile number 1, what does the month of September 2024, Spirit? What does it have in Fruit Bat, Flying Fox? What does the month of September have in store for my pile number 1, Spirit? Tell me. We have the gem number 56. That's a number 11. All right, so we have the gem, we have Phoenix Rising, number 32. We have Fruit Bat, Flying Fox, number 12. And the gem, like I said, and then we also have the Company of Trees, number 31. And you have 3 out of 4 pages. There's a really fresh energy here with your reading. So what I see is that at the beginning of the month, you're doing quite well financially. You're slowly but surely seeing the fruits of your labor. Sorry, fruits of your labor, not label. Because we have the Six of Wands underneath the Seven of Pentacles. So basically this is showing that you have been working hard at something, and at the beginning of the month, you're going to start to see the results actually throughout the month. And then you have a lot of support from your intellectual ability. So what I see is your main success in the month of September is going to come through your intellect, your creativity, your good ideas, as well as having a fresh perspective on things, communication skills, and maintaining a sort of youthful curiosity towards everything, life and your career and everything around you pretty much. What I also see is you will be in many ways called to be very clever when it comes to managing your resources. But there's also a warning about be careful not to be too obsessed with being frugal to the point where you're not enjoying life anymore. So I see that your tendency is going to be to like plan every penny so that, you know, you don't have to go without, or maybe you have had financial anxieties in the past that have made you extremely careful. And I feel like Spirit is telling you that it is good to plan your finances, definitely. And I see that this is coming in handy. You're very good at managing your resources, not just your finances, but probably your time as well. But at the same time, it's important to enjoy life. So I feel like Spirit is telling you that you have to maintain, you know, like, how should I put it? Like, you should put away some money for fun, basically. You know, so like, don't just be hyper focused on saving, or don't set up unrealistic goals when it comes to saving, because that's just going to take away the joy of living from you. I think that many of you have potentially either walked away recently from a love connection, or you're about to, like, in recent history, you were given a second chance with respect to a love connection. I'm not seeing this as like a new connection, but someone that you have known for a significant amount of time. What I see happening is that in the near future, many of you could be going through some situation at work where you have to perform, or you might be evaluated. So in the month of September, most likely before the end of September, you will have to go through some kind of evaluation. I also just see that you're basically being watched very carefully when it comes to your career. So this is not necessarily about a trial period or an internship. Like, this is Spirit telling you that you might want to be careful about people who are analyzing you, maybe from the shadows, when it comes to work. And another thing is that there might be gossip going on about you, or there might be people trying to, you know, spread rumors. Worst case scenario. So basically, your job is to just make sure that you do everything correctly, that you do your job well. And as long as you do that, everything should be fine, basically. I do see that you're going to put a lot of your energy into your career and your finances, and you're actually heading towards a good path. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is speaking of setting up a strong foundation, maybe even leaving a legacy. So you're working towards something solid. You're building something solid when it comes to your career and your social status, and also your finances. I mean, Phoenix rising. Come on. I think that many of you are going to have some kind of a comeback. Yep. Again, it could be potentially connected to career. I think most likely this is about career and social status. It's like, you're going to have some kind of significant progress in the month of September that's going to leave people, on the one hand, surprised, but on the other hand, could also be that they will be very jealous, at least some of them. We also have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, which is speaking of, you know, slow and steady wins the race. It's like Spirit is telling you that you're on the right track, but what you are doing right now is something long lasting, and basically something that's going to spread out over a long period of time. And I feel like Spirit is telling you that you do need to practice patience and also being frugal. So it's like you're being encouraged to be frugal, definitely. I don't see like an energy of extreme financial abundance, not for now. I do see that you're on the right track and you're like slowly gathering resources. But I feel like Spirit is telling you, yes, you have to be frugal, you have to plan in advance, but then you also have to be, you know, make an allowance for yourself to enjoy life every now and then. So don't get to the point where it's like you don't allow yourself any kind of indulgence because you're so terrified of, you know, being in a situation of financial instability. All right, so this is pretty much what I'm seeing from the cards. Let me get some astrological cards. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. What's going to happen for them in the month of September 2024? Neptune, dreams and spirit. 7th house, love and partnership. 3rd house, communication and interaction. South node of the moon, old karma. All right, that was a potential interpretation that I saw here with the judgment, but I thought I shouldn't get into it. But now with the South node coming out, I have a confirmation for that. So for some of you, this could be saying that when it comes to your work environment, you're still working through some kind of karmic situation. This might have to do with, like, you know, past life karma or something, some kind of a karmic relationship that you might have with someone from work. And this is about resolving the issue somehow. You know? And so it's like, it could be that there might be unexpected situations happening at work that are just, you know, maybe even potentially unfair. They seem unfair, or it's just like you get curveballs every now and then, you know, things just coming out of the blue that you didn't expect. And this is a message from spirit that you are still working you're working out through some kind of all karma. We also have the 7th house, love and partnership. So yeah, some of you might be working through some relationship problems this month as well. This could also be an opportunity to solidify a relationship. And Mercury with this is basically the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups coming out again, you know, Mercury and Neptune. So this is just showing that you're having a lot of intellectual ability, you're studying, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to keep learning, to keep honing your skills in particular fields. And also your communication skills are going to get really good, and your communication skills are somehow the key to your development this month, as well as your imagination and your empathy and your ability to understand people intuitively. The same thing with the South Node. So it's like with the South Node, by the way, you might also be going through a kind of soul searching. So actually it could be multiple things. It could also be the karma going on with some work situation, but it could also be in general, you soul searching this month and trying to figure out what it is you want to do for the rest of your life. It could be like a, you know, recalculating of your current position and thinking about where you are, where you want to get, and how you can get where you want to get, you know. And I feel like you're going to be focused. Maybe there might be also a tendency to isolate more than usual, in the sense that, you know, you're going to feel the need to just go within to kind of block out the noise from outside to figure out what it is that you really want. This is also a good time to focus on spirituality and meditation. And when it comes to any kind of, let's say, professional activity, you want to focus on the spiritual aspect to it. That's the way to maintain your motivation and to make sure that you will, you know, keep making money, basically. Because I see that there's this very spiritual energy that is going to make you feel really unsettled in a professional environment where you're hyper focused on money, or where, you know, the general focus is all on money at the expense of any kind of service or spiritual development. And the 3rd house, again, there's a lot of Gemini energy. 3rd house is also very independent, and both the 3rd and the 7th houses are business houses. So this is a sign for many of you that you might be focusing on making your own money, becoming more independent, more self-sufficient. You're also going to have more bravery than usual, more determination. There could also be, so your relationship with the partner could become very important, or it could be also a business partnership. 3rd house can also be siblings. The connection to siblings might come to the forefront, and you might also be traveling in the month of September, most likely a short-term or short-distance travel. But you will be interacting with a lot of people, maybe more than usual in the month of September. I see a lot of communication, and a lot of communication, Potentially also having to deal with an audience, addressing an audience, or working with people in one-to-one situations. Kindness. So kindness with the number 12, you're being asked, number 12 is Jupiter. You're being asked to lean back on your empathy and your understanding to make sure that your karma is as clean as possible. Okay, let me get the Astro dice. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1, what's going to happen for them in the month of September 2024. Oh my gosh, we got Gemini again. There's a lot of Gemini going on. Maybe, oh my gosh, we have the south node of the moon again, the Ketu. Some of y'all, you're really going through something, some kind of a karmic cycle. We have the number 2, and the number 2 is the number here, 56. This is moon energy as well. Yeah, you're definitely going through some kind of a karmic thing this month. You might even be working through some kind of karma coming through your mother, the relationship with the mother, or the mother side of the family. But this is also definitely a time when you will be extremely intuitive, extremely insightful. Your mind will be very fertile, a lot of ideas, a lot of creative ideas. So if you have any ideas, let's say on how to start a business or anything, actually, any kind of creative idea, write it down. You know, write down your ideas. The Company of Trees also speaks of maybe you spending more time in nature or being called to spend more time in nature. But then it also kind of reinforces the Ketu energy, which is that, you know, you're probably going to feel a need to isolate. We also have the moon here, but so yeah, the gem and Phoenix rising. So overall, I'm getting this message that something significant is going to happen when it comes to your development in the month of September. Some of you might be coming, or you might come across something that's like a diamond in the rough. This could be an idea, or this could be some kind of a resource that you just didn't notice up until this point. This is why it's important to be receptive and open, especially to your intuitive guiding. You know, basically listen to your gut feelings and your intuition. The second house can also be about the voice, like your voice is going to be maybe more solicited than usual. This makes sense with all the Gemini communication energy as well. And the second house is also about diet. So some of you might be particularly focused on diet, what you're eating. And it also is about saving. So that makes sense with the Four of Pentacles. So you're very focused on saving and managing your finances, which is overall a good thing. Like I said, if you don't take it to an extreme. And it's also about family of origin. So like maybe you're sorting out, again, it's falling in line with that moon energy. Like maybe you're working through some family issues here when it comes to your family of origin. So this is pretty much what I have for you, pile number 1. I hope you have enjoyed this. And if you have, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new video. If you would like to support me further, you can click on the join button under any of my videos and become a member. And if you're interested in a private tarot reading, check out the video description. And I've left all the information there. You can email me for more details about prices and all the other organizational details. I've also left a link in the video description to reviews I've gotten for private readings. If you're curious to see them, might help you decide if you want to get a reading from me. And last but not least, I also have an astrology channel where I focus mainly on Vedic astrology, but also with some tropical insights. And I will be linking that in the description, the video description as well. So if you're into astrology, go ahead and check it out. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. This is your reading if you have chosen the Transcendental Amidst the Everyday card and or this Fluorite crystal. This is going to be the card selection phase. I'm going to add timestamps if you want to skip directly to the reading. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. What is the month of September 2024 going to bring for them? We have Page of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords, the Fool, 4 of Wands, and the Emperor. Wow, this is a happy end scenario right off the bat. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. What is the month of September 2024 going to bring for them, Spirit? We have the 6 of Wands, we have the Queen of Cups, the 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and wow, the Ace of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. Holy moly, pile number 2. All right, let me get more, Spirit. What will happen for pile number 2 in the month of September? The people who chose the fluorite. These cards are a mess. Absolute mess, yeah, to shuffle. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. The people who chose the fluorite crystal. What will the month? Okay, this one wants to come out. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2, the fluorite crystal group? What will the month of September 2024 bring for them? What will the month of September 2024 bring for them? So let's see. We have Bison Ritual number 35. 35 boils down to an 8, which is Saturn. 34, Entrapment. This boils down to a number 7. This is K2 energy. And we have, wow, I haven't seen this card before, Kairos. I don't know what Kairos means. If anyone knows, please comment in the comment section. This is the number 76. 76 is a 7 plus 6. That's a 13, and it's a number 4 in numerology. Okay, but it's giving me some kind of, I know it's supposed to be like a mammal eye, but I'm getting reptilian vibes because of the scaly sort of structure here. Okay, and yeah, we also have this original card with Transcendent Amidst the Everyday, 45. That's number 9. That's Mars energy. So pile number 2, I'm going to start with the good news. The good news is that, look at this, look at this. Your ending of September 2024 is extremely positive. So I don't know what you're working on or what the deal is. But what I see here also with the cards and everything is there might be someone who's like feeding off of your energy with this entrapment card. Maybe you're even, I mean, this could be some kind of matters of the heart, like someone you had some kind of a romantic involvement with, or just someone that you were infatuated with. But for some of you, this could be just some kind of karmic connection. It could even be with people from work, for instance. We have Bison Ritual here, number 35. So you're definitely building up. You have a strong inner core, and your strength is building up in the month of September. I think that many of you are going to focus on, like, you're going to fall back on something traditional, or going to gain strength from, this is going to sound dramatic, but like from your bloodline, from your ancestors. It's like you're going back to basics to some extent, like going back to your origins with respect to accepting your nature. It's like, or, you know, if you want to look at it from a spiritual perspective, it could be that you're being backed up by your ancestors, people from your bloodlines. But this is the vibe that I'm getting here. And overall, by the end of September, I'm seeing basically high levels of success. So I'm seeing you being in control of your destiny. The Emperor backed up by the 10 of Cups. This is like money. This is money coming in. This is potentially romance coming in. Even if it's not romance, this is showing that by the end of the month, you're in a place of emotional contentment, to say the least, if not, you know, blissful happiness. We also have the 4 of Wands clarified by the Ace of Wands. There's some kind of a success here when it comes to something that you really worked for, again, Four of Wands and Ten of Cups are both connected to things like marriage and, you know, romance as well, like building a strong marriage and family life with someone, a romantic partner. So for some of you, it could literally be that you're moving towards the next step of a relationship. To be honest, I mean, I would not necessarily say that this is about meeting someone new. It could be for those of you who are single that you might meet someone who is going to turn out to be significant in the long term. But yeah, obviously, if you're single right now, you're not going to get married in September. I mean, unless someone, even if someone proposes, I mean, you know, based on psychology and stuff, you know how they say people who are desperate to marry in a short period of time are usually narcissists. So I would not advise that. But I'm just seeing overall success here. So it could be like you're basically heading towards the right path. Let me just put it like this. You're on the good path to success and fulfillment and blissful happiness. And you're starting out here not in a very bad spot either. You're with Page of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So I see that you're like someone who has already achieved quite a few things, but you are not really you're not even seeing what you have achieved. There's like this feeling of you're dissatisfied with yourself because you're constantly striving for more. But Spirit is telling you that you should also remember that you have achieved a lot up until this point. And yes, there are better things to come, but you should still, you know, appreciate yourself and be grateful for the things that you have and practice an attitude of gratitude as well. We have the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Cups underneath. There's some kind of a breakthrough happening when it comes to your attitude and your way of seeing things. I think that many of you have been stuck like in a prison of your own belief systems and your own mind, maybe your limiting beliefs and fears. And throughout the month of September, you're actually allowing and trusting your intuition to guide you out of the mess that you are in, let's say, or some kind of situation that you're not happy about. But it's funny that we have entrapment here. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Three of Swords as well. So this is really giving me a feeling of being trapped, truly. So I think that you're starting out the month being in a situation that you're not too happy about, to put it mildly, you know. And like I said, this could be about romance. This could be about, I think for most of you, this is not about romance actually, because look at the rest of the cards. It would not really make much sense. But again, could even be romance for some of you. Obviously, I'm reading for a lot of people, so it's difficult to be really specific. But I just see that you're starting out being unhappy about where you are at on some level. And by the end of the month, the situation is going to completely resolve. It's like I'm seeing a 180-degree turn into you being very, very happy by the end of the month. And the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords underneath. You know, this is making me think, also with the Eight of Swords, again, it's really reinforcing the message that some of you are in a prison made by your own mind. This is making me think of you suffering because of your own point of view, because of your own overthinking. Your own thoughts in many ways are making you suffer. You know, this could also speak of, I wouldn't necessarily say anxiety. For some of you, it could actually be the point of anxiety. But I see unnecessary suffering because of your mind. Like a mind that is stuck on repeat on the same bad thoughts and the same maybe bad memories that are, you know, spinning around like a merry-go-round in your head. And it's like, And basically what you need to realize is that you have to follow that healing, that intuition to get out of it, to get out of the merry-go-round, you know, and actually see the progress and the happiness that you want. And we have the Fool here, and we have the Five of Wands. In recent history, maybe more than recent history, you have had a lot of conflicts. I'm seeing a lot of conflicts. A lot of conflicts that you did not really think through. Like maybe you made enemies without thinking about what this could lead to. Maybe you just, didn't hold your tongue when you should have. I'm seeing conflicts with people who are from a different background, very different from you, that could have maybe been averted by having a lot of understanding and being able to put yourself in the other person's shoes. And for some reason or another, not shaming, it didn't turn out well. So you've had a lot of conflicts in recent history, but this is what you're moving away from, So I'm seeing a moving away from this and a tendency to be maybe too impulsive and throwing yourself head first and being way more in control, and also most importantly focused on getting the results that you want as opposed to focused on all the things that you're not happy about when it comes to your life, All right, let me get the astrological cards. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. What is going to happen for them in the month of September 2024? Spirit, tell me about pile number 2, the fluorite pile. Wow. Literally the first confirmation of the first card that you got. Like I said, 45 boils down to Mars energy, boils down to a 9, which is Mars in numerology. Transcendent amidst the everyday. Transcendent amidst the everyday, also with the Mars that came out. This is just giving me this vibe of like someone who is able to shut down the noise around them and just pursue exactly what they want without allowing for any kind of distractions. Single-mindedness, this is what I'm seeing. This is why you're going to get to this happy end situation here. We have 6th house, work and routine. We have Gemini, the communicative. We have Mercury, mind and speech. And we have 9th house, learning and faith. So this is showing me that, again, in the month of September, your overall bravery, your overall assertiveness is going to get a boost. Your fighting spirit is there and like you're going after what you want. Definitely a very strong go-getter energy. With the 4 of Wands and the Mars, there might also be some issues connected to real estate and or vehicles that will call for your attention. 6th house is also showing that your health will come to the forefront, and also your daily routine, maybe also your job, okay? 6th house is not just about job, it's also about competition, enemies, and it's also about pets. So with the Mars in the 6th house here, I'm seeing a lot of competitiveness happening in the month of September. This could be like some of you are really, also with this conflict energy, maybe this is ongoing conflict connected to the work environment especially. So it's like you're dealing with competition, you're dealing with enemies that you're working to overcome, and by the looks of the last card, you will overcome. And you're also focused on, healing yourself, improving your health, taking care of maybe health issues, and also rethinking your daily routine. This is way more specific, but some of you might be considering getting a pet, or if you have a pet, this could be about you focusing on something to do with the pet. Maybe there might be issues with the pet that you have to work on. We have Gemini and Mercury, so your mind is very sharp. Your communication skills are going to be very sharp. You're going to have plenty of opportunities to communicate, to talk. Somehow communicating is going to be extremely important in the month of September for your success. This could also be about business. We have a lot of Mercury energy overall. So you're going to be focused on details that maybe you haven't focused on up until this point. You're going to be more analytical, more precise when it comes to maybe your communication or also your thought patterns. 9th house, learning and faith. This could be about traveling long distance or long term. This is also about education, right? So this is about, we have the number 8 here. Yes, number 7. So this is about you developing maybe your education, focusing on studying, maybe even an educational program, learning something, maybe teaching as well, because the 9th house is one of the teaching houses. And this is just focusing on higher philosophy, sorry. This is also, whenever I get this card, I generally tell people that, you know, if there are any books or courses or something that are attracting your attention during this month, you should pursue them, because they might bring you a lot of winnings in the long term. There might be a particular reason why you are attracted to those courses. And you may not be able to see how they might help you in the long term, but they will. So in either situation, this month of September is going to be very important for education and, you know, developing yourself. Also, when it comes to your faith, so you might rely on your faith a lot. And there could be some kind of situation involving teachers or paternal figures, you know, working on those relationships. All right, let me get the Astro dice. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2. What's going to happen to them, I mean for them or to them, in the month of September 2024. Wow, okay, you did not see this one, but it came out of focus, and it's the Saturn energy. We have the Saturn. So basically, I'm getting this confirmations of the energies that came through here with the oracle cards, the numbers. 35 is Saturn. And this is what you have. You have Saturn as well. So Saturn is saying that you're going to be really responsible and serious and dedicated. Nothing being left to chance with Saturn. And you're going to be called to, not just that. We also have the number 10 again with the 10 of Cups. So career is definitely coming to the forefront. Also, the 10 is even more connected to the father figure. So there could be some kind of situation with a father figure going on, like working on some kind of, you know, karma or whatever, the relationship to the father figure. And the 10th house is about career and status. So you're definitely gaining something in terms of career and status, and it's going to take a lot of your focus and attention. We also have Virgo again, which is more 6th house energy. Basically reinforcing exactly what I said up until this point. So you're going to also have a very analytical perception. You're going to be more than usually focused on your health and or pets issues, you know, and your daily routine and your work ethic. You're like revising, you know, your attitude towards work and how you work, maybe your efficiency. Overall, I'm seeing a lot of focus on being productive and getting things done. And there's a lot of strength and vitality as well, because Mars is exalted in the 10th house, actually. I mean, exalted as in it gets directional strength, but let me not get too astrological about it. But yeah, this is pretty much what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope you have enjoyed this, because I definitely have a lot of strong messages. And please comment in the comment section with anything you would like to share, feedback, or how it resonated, if it resonated. Also keep me posted as the month progresses. And if you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. It will only take a second and it is free. Click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will upload a new tarot reading. If you would like to support me further, you can do so by clicking on the join button and becoming a member. And if you would like a private tarot reading from me, check out the video description. I've left all the details there. I've also left a link to reviews. I have gotten 4 private readings before. It might help you decide if you want to get a reading with me. And last but not least, I also have an astrology channel where I focus mainly on Vedic astrology, but also with some tropical insights. And I have posted that in the video description as well. So if you're curious about astrology, go ahead and check out my channel. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye! Welcome, pile number 3. This is your reading if you have chosen this card with Ancestors and Apples, number 25, which is a number 7, which is ruled by Ketu, and or this aquamarine crystal. So this is going to be the card selection phase. I'm going to add timestamps if you want to skip directly to the reading. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3. What's going to happen for them in the month of September 2024. Tell me about the pile number 3, the people who chose the aquamarine crystal. Tell me, Spirit, what's going to happen for pile number 3 in the month of September 2024. We have the Sun, King of Cups, the Magician, 5 of Pentacles, High Priestess, and the Chariot. These are really strong cards. All right, Spirit, tell me about pile number 3. What's going to happen for them in the month of September 2024. Tell me, Spirit. Tell me what's going to happen for pile number 3 in the month of September 2024. The Emperor, the Page of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Chariot again, the World, and the Three of Pentacles. Holy moly. Strong energy. Very strong energy. Very focused. Intense. Alright. Let's get some oracle cards. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3. The people who chose the aquamarine. What's the month of September 2024 going to bring for them? Tell me, Spirit. Tell me, Spirit, what's going to happen in the month of September 2024? What's going to happen for pile number 3 in the month of September 2024? Tell me. Tell me, Spirit. What's going to happen for my pile number 3? Yeah, this one. So, let's see. We have, the same one that came out from pile number 2. So if you felt drawn to pile number 2, you might want to check it out. Kairos, as I have said with pile number 2, I'm not sure where Kairos comes from. I'm going to have to search for it after I do the reading. But if you know anything about what this means, I would appreciate it if you comment in the comment section. We have the number 76, which boils down to a number 13, which then boils down to a number 4 in numerology. That's stability. That's the Emperor energy also coming through here for you. And we have Peacock Prosperity, number 39. Again, oh no, this is the number 12, sorry. So this is the number 12, which boils down to a number 3, which is Jupiter energy. And we also have Phoenix Rising. Wow, this one came out for pile number 1. So again, if you felt drawn to any of the other previous 2 piles, you might want to check them out, but only if you felt drawn to them. Otherwise, you're going to get all the messages you need to hear from this one. So pile number 3, you have the Chariot coming out twice. Look at this. And you have a lot of very strong energies. Like, I'm getting this very intensely driven, laser focused sort of energy here with you. I have to also say a lot of masculine energy, but it's pretty balanced. It's not, you also have the High Priestess, which is like showing a lot of like emotional maturity, a lot of spiritual maturity as well. So it's not just like, you know, I was thinking about something, but I'm not going to quote it because it's gross. You know, it's not just someone who's like a trigger happy fool, let's say, who is just like, yeah, we're going to do this and not thinking about consequences or something. You are someone who is mature and like very wise and very in control of your energy. Like, we have the King of Cups as well. We have the Page of Swords underneath. There's like a blending of emotional intelligence and intuitive understanding. You're like the mentalist. This is what I'm getting here. Have you seen that TV show, The Mentalist? This is the kind of vibe that I'm getting here. You're someone who has a very good understanding of, first of all, people and the world around you. We have Ancestors and Apples, again, with K2 energy. So, yes, that explains the high intuition. And you're starting out with the Sun and the Emperor. So this is showing me that you're not in a bad space when you start the month of September, first of all. You're not in a bad energy, and you're actually having a lot of vitality, a lot of confidence. You may be in a situation where you're having more confidence than you have had in a long time, and you feel more in control of your destiny than you have felt in a very long time. So there's this very strong sense of purposefulness. I don't think that you're, you know, the kind of people that don't know what you want to do, you know. And it's maybe like you don't have even if you don't have like a very clear plan for like the next 5 years or something, you're definitely someone who wants things intensely, you know, and you're working towards getting the things that you want. I'm seeing a lot of planning as well. So, I mean, you do probably have an idea, a goal. Maybe during this month, you're actually going to become more and more clear about exactly how you want your life to look like, or what your plan is, exactly the plan for the next 1 year, next 5 years, and stuff like that. I'm seeing that with the Magician. The Two of Cups, though, like, I'm seeing that for some of you, maybe for many of you, your plans or your visions include some new romantic interest, or you're being influenced by a new romantic interest. Maybe for some of you, it's like this, a potential new romantic interest is going to motivate you to do better, to try better, to go after the things that you want. There is also a message that, you know, you might meet someone significant this month. You're the only one who has gotten this vibe, actually. Either you're about to meet someone significant, or you have recently met someone, you know, in recent months. There's this kind of new love sort of energy, you know, like a new relationship, maybe a budding of a new relationship. And also just the energy, the vibe of that, you know, romantic motivation is like in the air for you. And we have the Chariot and the Five of Pentacles. So this is really cool because you have the Five of Pentacles clarified by the Chariot, and then you have the Chariot clarified by the Three of Pentacles. This is such a beautiful symmetry, and the message, as far as I'm seeing it, is really clear. You are someone who, in the past, you were very motivated by money, or maybe you were very motivated by having some kind of a scarcity mentality, or having had, you know, situations of financial instability, you know, feeling stressed out about money, maybe feeling totally isolated, left out in the cold. Whichever the motivation may have been, I just see that you, in recent history and in the past, maybe even right now, you're still kind of in that space. You're very focused on money. Your motivation is all about getting as much money as possible. And you're, by the end of the month, you're moving away from that. And instead of focusing on achieving for money, you're focusing on achieving for quality. And you're having a much more holistic sort of approach when it comes to your life plan, and maybe especially when it comes to your career. So, whoops, have to interrupt a bit. Someone was at the door, I had to get it. Anyway, so I see that basically by the end of the month, you're focused on having substance, and you're focused on a vision with the Magician and the Chariot, and there's a lot of Ketu energy. We have the number 7 coming out 3 times at least, with the Chariot coming out twice, and also the 7 here. And the Phoenix rising and the Peacock, prosperity. Yeah, I wonder if some of you have placements in Kritika Nakshatra as well, if you are familiar with Vedic astrology. Either way, we have a lot of sun energy anyway, but either way, what I was going to say is you're focusing on quality. You're focusing on creating things of quality. And in the near future, I see here with the World and the High Priestess, you're getting some kind of recognition here. Also with the Peacock energy, it's like you're going to get more recognition, more visibility for your intuition, for your unique abilities, something that makes you unique, that only you can do, like some kind of maybe innate talents. Maybe not necessarily innate, but like some kind of a passion project, you know, like something that is just making you who you are, as opposed to marketable skills, for instance. You're gaining more recognition, though. That's the general idea. Actually, let me clarify the High Priestess. Let me see. Clarify the High Priestess for me, Spirit. Please clarify the High Priestess. Okay. The Hermit. Well, the Hermit could mean that you're getting recognition for, the Hermit and the High Priestess are going hand in hand, in the sense that these are both kind of very unique, separated from mainstream sort of energies. And it could be that you're getting recognition for First of all, your strength, like your ability to just stick to your guns no matter how much social pressure is against you. You're also getting recognition for just being yourself, like I said. So this is like a more of a, it's kind of like, you know, with the Hermit, this is, and the High Priestess, and then the World, this is like giving me a feeling of like you just doing your thing, like you just being yourself, and people just suddenly noticing you more, you know, like discovering you. And it's not anything that's like you're doing special more than usual. It's just people are noticing you. And so people are coming to you as opposed to you going, you know, bending over backwards to try to impress anyone. Let me also clarify the Hermit, because I'm curious. Spirit, clarify the Hermit for me. Please clarify the Hermit, Spirit. Yep. The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, this is, yep, your ability to go beyond your comfort zone, your ability to grow. We also have Jupiter here. So you are, but here's the thing, like your expansion, your development, this is something that you have been working on for a while, and to a large extent it's just happening naturally without you trying too hard. And people are noticing, like I said, you're just getting appreciation for things that you would have done for free, which is a great place to be at. So let me get the Astro cards now. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3. What's going to happen for them in the month of September 2024? Venus, love and beauty. Okay, so there's definitely love in the air for some of you. Like I said, love and beauty, romance, Saturn, Pisces, the dreamer, Capricorn, the boss, and Neptune, dreams and spirit. So there's a lot of Pisces and Saturn energy. Pisces is also Jupiter, so that explains why the Jupiter came out strongly as well. Venus is also exalted in Pisces. So Venus in Pisces, again, this is a very spiritual, pure energy. So like your energy is going to be pretty pure. And this is a vibe of someone just going after their dreams and being diligent and patient and slowly and surely basically heading towards a position of respectability and financial and career stability. This might also be telling you that you need to pay attention to your dreams and your visions. You are very creative, like your dreams could be very vivid during this time. But with the Saturn energy, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There might also still be a lot of frustrations and setbacks potentially. But you have the strength to overcome that. And Saturn is also the Lord of Karma in astrology. And it's basically an energy that pushes people to be thorough. So this explains why you have this Chariot with the Three of Pentacles as well. Like, you're going to be very focused on just doing a good job. And ironically, by focusing on doing a good job, that's how you're going to improve your social status, your money, your respectability, your recognition, and all that. So basically, people just appreciating you for being good at what you're doing. This is what I'm seeing. And the Venus energy is showing financial abundance, plenty of opportunities for comfort, and like, yeah, romance as well. This could also show that you're going to be more attractive than usual. You might be going through some kind of a glow up situation as well. And the Sun and the Venus just shows again that you are definitely in that heart chakra energy, and you're pretty uncompromising. Like, you're going after what you love to do. It's like labor of love sort of vibe. You have a labor of love this month. All right, let me get the Astro dice. Spirit, tell me about what's going to happen for pile number 3 in the month of September 2024. Number 5, which I think, yeah, also came out here with the Phoenix rising. This is the 5th house, which is ruled by the Sun, so more Sun energy. We also have the Mars coming out, so a lot of drive and determination, and we also have Sagittarius. So a lot of fire, a lot of Sagittarius is also Jupiter, by the way. Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces. So there's a lot of expansion happening with the world, by the way, and the Sagittarius. Some of you could be taking a trip to a faraway place as well. If it's not an actual physical trip, it's just you touching a large group of people or touching people that are far away from you. Like I said, it makes me think of recognition, especially if you have like an online following. This could see significant growth in the month of September. The Mars energy, this is your strength to just go through any obstacles that are in your path, and also you being very single-minded and assertive. And the 5 is the 5th house. This is the labor of love that I was talking about. 5th house, and also the strong career energy. This is really making me think passion project. And by the way, 5th house is also romance. So, or like a relationship that's in the early stages. So this is also a confirmation of the 2 of Cups, potentially. And for those of you who really, like, you're not focused on romance or it's not about a relationship, this is just about, like I said, you being in that heart chakra, labor of love sort of energy, focusing on doing what you love without being compromising. And 5th house is also sudden gains. So you might be seeing an increase in your finances. 5th house is also children. So for those of you who are interested in maybe having a child, this could be a good time to get pregnant, or you might be spending more time with children. 5th house is also education, especially up until master's degree. So you might be focusing more on that as well. And teaching and studying in general. So see how that resonates. So this is pretty much what I see for you, pile number 3. I hope you have enjoyed it, and anything you would like to share about this, any feedback, please comment in the comment section. Keep me posted as the month progresses. I'm curious. And yes, if you have liked it, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will upload a new reading. If you're wanting to support my channel further, you can do so by clicking on the join button under any of my videos and become a member for a small monthly fee. If you're interested in getting a private reading from me, you can check out the video description. I've left all the details there. I've also left a link to reviews I've gotten for private readings that you can check out to see if you want to book a reading with me or not. And last but not least, I also have an astrology channel here on YouTube, and I focus mostly on Vedic astrology, but also with some tropical insights. I have more than 20 years of experience reading horoscopes up until this point. And if you're interested in astrology, go ahead and check out my channel, maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye!